Would you like to start now?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so in my 18 years of living, I've been to a lot of places on vacations or for work purpose or for different institutions. And one of the nice beaches that I've been to and I'll remember all my life is the Bali beach in Indonesia. Went to Indonesia on a family trip after my 10th grade examinations. And I really had a really good time in there because I was already so much stressed with my exams, and after the exams were done, that trip was all I needed to rejuvenate. So what I basically did, like I said, I went with my family. What we basically did was we went in there and we relaxed and we had a good time. And there were different kinds of offerings from the local people who lived there. We had different nice and exquisite items that they were selling. The vendors were selling. There were small seashells, earrings, and other things. That it was actually a pretty cool place for souvenirs. For everyone wanted things from the sea. So we had they had those coconut drinks that we have with the green coconuts, and it was one of the best coconut drinks I've had in my life. And they sold a lot of fresh seafood like lobsters and other things like prawns, and it tasted fresh. It was a different experience. You could hear the waves of the ocean, and you were drinking the food that you were having food that came fresh out of those seas. It was an exquisite thing for me. And one reason that trip was so memorable to me was the panorama. It was just beautiful. It was breathtaking. Just have a picture in the head, the blue seas and the yellow sand and the exquisite sounds. It was beautiful. One of the reasons that I actually liked that trip so much was because I think in that trip I found out how much my parents love me, because that trip was completely dedicated to me and my hard work for my grade 10 exams. So yeah, that trip is quite memorable for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk about the sea. What are some of the threats to the sea in today's society?
In today's society, there are multiple threats that people are imposing on the sea. One of these are industries. The industries are usually discarding their waste materials and other things in the sea, and there are not many, strict rules against it in my country, so that is really polluting the seas. And the ships and the other things that are sailing on the sea are discarding a lot of their products on the sea, which is really harmful. And one of the other things that actually indirectly harms the sea are the nuclear plants that are emitting radiation, which is ultimately getting absorbed by the water of the sea.
What can governments and individuals do to protect the future of the sea?
It is quite vital that the future of the sea is protected, and a few things. First things first, we need to get